It is Friday Night Hits right now, the second round of the playoffs. Welcome in. I'm Mark Whiteman. Thanks as always for joining us. 20 area teams still in the hunt for a state championship. And what a year it's been for the Clinton Red Devils. Their first undefeated regular season since 2000. 11-0 after an opening round win, and at home against the BHP Bears, whose only loss this year came back in September. It's our Sparrow Financial Game of the Week, and Julie Morris was there.
Clinton and BHP are two of the top teams in the state this year. The Red Devils entered this matchup with an 11-0 record, while the Bears were 10-1. Both teams battling early on, game tied at 7 in the second quarter. Clinton's Jaden Robinson finds a hole and breaks free. A 47-yard touchdown run puts the Red Devils on top 14-7. Still in the second, Bryce Young throws to a wide-open Justin Copeland, who takes it 75 yards for his second touchdown of the game. He also had a big-time 95-yard kickoff return for a score. Red Devils stretch their lead to 21-7. But BHP answers right before halftime. Marquise Henderson finds the edge and cuts down the sideline, finishing the run with a dive into the end zone. Bears missed the extra point after the touchdown, so Clinton is up 21-13 at the break. Still an 8-point game at the end of the third quarter. In the fourth, it's Copeland again. He gets some great blocks, and he's gone. A big-time touchdown to put the Red Devils up 28-13, and Clinton's defense shuts down the Bears down the stretch. Clinton holds on for a win, 28-13, the final score.
Just super proud of our players, super proud of our coaches. Defense played a heck of a ball game tonight, and it was a defensive ball game.
With the win, Clinton improves to 12-0 on the season, while the Bears finish the year with a 10-2 record. In Clinton, I'm Julia Morris, WYFF News 4 Sports.
Julia, thank you. The reigning 5A champion Gaffney cruising past Rock Hill last week in their journey towards a repeat, while JL Man won their first playoff game since 2009. Patriots going on the road trying to take down the champs, but Gaffney knows what it's all about this time of year, and here is head coach Dan Jones, 1 win shy of the school record. First quarter, Gaffney's Grayson Loftus. That's all me. The 6-yard score, 7-0 Gaffney. Still in the first. After JL Man fumbles the kickoff, Loftus unwinds to Jamarcus Smith. Nothing but green grass in front of him, 56 yards. Gaffney's up 14-0 and pouring it on. Our USC Upstate play of the week. Loftus eluding the pressure, going down the field to Smith again, who looks it in on the fingertips. What a grab that was. This one's all Gaffney, 42-7. And with his 120th win, Dan Jones becomes the all-time winningest coach at Gaffney.
Every victory, you know, is sweet. So I'm fortunate enough to have 120 of them right now. Gaffney picks it up a notch when it comes playoff time. And, you know, that's the tradition here. Are you going to withhold it, or are you going to be ones that let it fall by the wayside?
Gaffney will play the winner of Saturday's Burns at Blythewood game. Spartanburg surging. The Vikes have won 3 in a row, taking on TL Hanna, who won their 8th straight last week, slipping past White Knoll. Hanna moving. Kenny Fretwell hit from behind, fumbles the ball. Peyton Jones jumps on it, and that sets up Spartanburg's Raheem Jeter, the Mr. Football finalist, plowing right on through 7-0 Spartanburg. The Vikes go surprise onside kick, and Jaden Coleman recovers. They get a field goal out of the stolen possession, and leading 13-0 now in the second. Jeter connects with Quay Moore. They're calling, he's hauling, and Spartanburg sprints into the third round, 39-14. They will play the winner of Dutch Fork versus Dorman. We've got highlights of that one still to come. Revenge on the minds of the Red Raiders. Greenville reached the Upper State Final a year ago before falling to eventual champion South Point. Those very same Stallions traveling to Serene tonight. Greenville's won their last 8 after that 0-3 start, but they have never before beaten South Point. Defensive battle early. Greenville up 3-0 in the second. Near midfield, Bryson Drummond directing traffic, eventually finds his guy, MJ Bennett, the Tennessee commit, hitting it behind the defense, and down the sideline. Red Raiders add to their lead. It is 10-0. After a South Point score, it's 10-7, and this is our Mr. Sparky drive of the week. 3rd and long, Drummond to Carmelo Canty, just plucks that one off the grass, matriculating the ball down the field. Drummond on the move again, evading pressure, and just pitches it out to Elijah Jones at the last second to keep the chains moving. And on the very next play, Tyler Brown is a problem. Hit him on the screen, and Brown is off to the races. 21 yards for the Greenville touchdown at 17-7 at the half. Now it's a 17-14 game into the fourth. South Point going on 4th and short, but Malachi Marshall can't hang on to the snap. Turnover on downs, and with the short field for Greenville on 3rd and goal, Drummond back to pass to the fullback, big 44, Cameron Perfouter. Red Raiders hang on. Greenville 24, South Point 20, and they're on to the Upper State semifinals where they'll host Catawba Ridge next week. Westside's been about their business all year. Already their best campaign since 2016. Pushing forward in the playoffs against Indian Land. Outstanding football game. Westside down in the 4th quarter, but Hunter Puckett head of steam. Mosey's in. Rams take back the lead up by 4 after a 2-point conversion. Indian Land answers back. Less than 2 minutes to go. Jaden Singletary won't be denied. 20 yards, put the Warriors out in front once more, 35-32. But with 3 seconds left, Westside on the doorstep. Puckett understands the assignment, drives on in, and Westside is on to the 3rd round of the playoffs with a 39-35 win. They will face the winner of Saturday's game between Greenwood and Northwestern. All right, we have reached halftime here on Friday Night Edge. Still to come, the Dorman Cavaliers down in the Midlands taking on the Dutch Fork Dynasty, plus games in 3A and 1A. But tonight, once more, a special thank you to all the coaches that graciously wore a microphone every Friday to make this segment possible. A best of edition of Eric Mitchell Real Estate, mic'd up.
We lighten it up, baby. Light it up!
This is 4-down territory, okay? This is 4-down territory.
Go show him, hey, go show him who's boss.
Man, I love you. Play for each other. Have fun.
Look at both sides. It's the cut of the pant.
Can't just hold on. The effort's good, but you got to let go.
Hey, that's perfect. That's perfect. If you block this up right, my man can hit that hole. I can tell you what we'll be doing here in a minute.
You're watching Friday Night Hits. Welcome to Daniel!
All right, skipping to Central, 35 straight dubs for Daniel. The Lions winning by an average of 40 each Friday, hosting Woodruff at Singleton Field. First quarter, no score. Blaine Simons on 3rd down hits Eli Merck on the crosser, and he's in the Jets, 50 yards to the timeshare. Daniel's got the early 1-score lead, bulking up from there. Simons up top to my son Kelly, the new Clemson commit, 32 yards. It's 14-0 Daniel. And oh, you better make those push-ups count because there's a whole lot more of them on the way. Simons to Kelly again. He breaks the tackle, and he is gone. Goodbye. 63 yards to the bank. Even though it's a bank holiday, he makes the deposit. Anyways, all Daniel, 55-17 over Woodruff, and they will travel to Powdersville next week. All right, welcome back to Friday Night Edge. Let's keep it moving with a score to settle in 1A between Southside Christian and St. Joe's. The back-to-back champion Sabres started 0-3, but they've won 6 of 7 since, including 1 over the Knights back in September. St. Joe's averages 45 points per game. They were held to a season-low 14 against SSC in that Week 5 loss. And the Sabres doing their thing here. Ja'Cory Martin up close and personal and in for the Southside Christian touchdown. The Sabres lead in the first quarter. Into the second now. 3rd down and Daniels. Will Daniels, the short score. Sabres would take a 21-0 lead, but St. Joe's rallies all the way back. They win on a 2-point conversion in overtime and stun the Sabres 29-28. They'll travel to take on the winner of tomorrow's game between C.A. Johnson and Wagner Sally next week. Up in Inman, the Chapman Panthers rolled through the second half of their season, riding a 6-game win streak, taking on a 9-2 Seneca squad. Panthers rolling right from the go. Alvin Lewis on the pitch. He waltzes in. They'd go for 2. Get it? It's 8-0 Chapman in the red zone. Seneca's Jackson Burnett to Zay Poole. The Bobcats pull within a point. They take the lead with a field goal. Second quarter, Chapman's Mathai Scott. Watch Mathai move. Shifty, shaking, shedding tacklers. for the Panthers. Long touchdown. Chapman goes back on top 15-10. Burnett and the Bobcats trying to match, but Burnett is in trouble. This ball is going to get tipped and picked by Dawson Walters, and Chapman storms into the next round 57-29 over Seneca. They will travel to take on Clinton next week. Last but certainly not least, two 5A powers meeting in the Midlands. Dorman 9-2 in the Cavs' first year under Dustin Curtis, facing the Dutch Fork Silver Foxes, who have played for the 5A championship in each of the past 6 seasons. They did that all on the lower state side of the bracket. Cavaliers hoping to be the ones to end that stretch, but it was not to be in this one. Dutch Fork quarterback Alliam Appler says if it's going to be that easy, he's going to call his own number for a touchdown scamper, and Dutch Fork takes a 7-0 lead. But the Cavs would respond. Dorman quarterback DJ Porter finds wide receiver Raekwon Robinson in the end zone. The Cavaliers get a touchdown. Dutch Fork up 7-6. The extra point, no good, but the Silver Foxes were hard to stop on offense all night. This guy, Jarvis Green, James Madison commit, and he's just all over the field in this one, making the touchdowns look easy. And the Silver Foxes go up 14-6, and they just keep adding on here. Dorman making it competitive, but Dutch Fork moving on 35-18, and they will host Spartanburg next Friday. All right, that's it, and that's all for us on this second round playoff edition of Friday Night Hits. The game's still going. 3 more area teams still to play on Saturday. For Julia and our entire hardworking crew, thanks as always for joining us. We're looking forward to bringing you all the best of the Upper State semifinals next week. But until that time, hope you have a wonderful weekend.